Alright. So I did say we're going to start the game. And we can do the yaps. We can continue with the yaps. But I do hope everyone's having a good Friday / Saturday. I do hope that everyone's having a good one. I know that you all are from different parts of the world. So I do hope that that everything is going well with all of you. I blush, I purr. Exactly. Very true. And that's the kind of reaction I go for, Ruma. That's exactly the kind of reaction I would love to see. So yeah. But yes, I said we're going to jump right into the game, as we are having a bit of a shorter stream tonight. But let's go ahead and pull up the game. We said we're going to keep playing, so let's get right into it. All right, so we are here continuing our Silksong playthrough. The last time we played, we actually got a very important piece of the game. We got a very important upgrade, which allows us to now be in a position to double jump. We can finally double jump. So I'm very much pleased about that. We can make significant progress, even though we have a shorter stream tonight. We'll make significant progress. It's going to be quite good. Absolutely. So I appreciate you all being here. Yo, Moog, hello. I see I summoned Moog with the British accent. I see that's what brings Moog around. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's good to see you, Moog. I like to pick on people when I don't see them in a while because it's always good to see them. I'm always happy to see them. If I'm picking on you, that means I like you. That's what we do here. So, alright. So, as I said, we are going to get into... We already defeated the Pale Monarch. We defeated the great grandmother, the great prego grandmother. We did take care of her. We certainly did. Alright, so now we have to go to all the places that need double jumps. All the places that we couldn't get to before that required double jumps. So that's very much, how we're going to do things out there. Bullying people you like. You really are acting British. Well, what could I say? I know Bun isn't British. So don't correct me. Don't correct me here. But, I've learned from the best. And Bun is quite the tease when it comes to bullying people. So, what can I say? I've learned from very talented fellow streamers that are friends of mine how to bully people. But also, I am the legendary biker queen. So, I bully people my own way. What's up, Lewis? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Hope all is well with you. Alright, Kagura, thank you for the drinking water. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you around very often, but I appreciate you being here. But yeah, if you want to just let me know that you're here and you want to let Twitch know that you're not a bot, if you just redeem one of the channel point redeems, you can definitely do so. I do also want to remind you guys that we do have a new... I'm a lurker mostly? No worries. I appreciate you being a lurker. I appreciate all of my lurkers, but I do want my lurkers to count, but Twitch does not want you to count. Twitch does not care about our lurkers. They do not care, so if you want to not be, if you do want to count, just, what you just did, and just saying that you're a lurker, or just saying hi, that definitely does help. So I appreciate that very much. But as I was saying, basically, we do have new channel point redeems. Actually, not channel point redeems, we do have new, commands. Everyone who is here, everyone who is in chat right now, you all have the ability to basically make use of points. We do have points that you can make use of. So exclamation point points. If you check the title, of the stream, you can basically find out that we do have points for you to use, and you can duel against each other for points. We do not gamble here. We duel for points. That is what we do here. So, please make use of that. That would be lots of fun. Hopefully you guys will stay engaged with one another. And also remember, when you're doing the duel, you have to specify how much points that you need. It's exclamation point duel, the name of the user, and how many points you'd like to wager. Those are the most important things that you must remember. All right. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I don't know how... Oh, right, you have no points, so of course you'd be rank 1 with 0 points. That actually makes perfect sense. Seems like it's working perfectly. Obviously, dueling for 0 points makes no sense because if you won, you'd get 0 points. So why duel for 0 points? That makes 0 sense, actually. Also, hello, Soupy. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being here, by the way. Duel. It may be fun, but it's also spam. So, Twitch is a better word for Twitch. True. Just grabbing the snacks and drinks set up and to enjoy your stream. Okay. I appreciate that, Lewis. I do hope that you find yourself cozy here. All right. Yeah, Twitch do be twitching. For Anna, I suppose you could fight for Anna, I suppose. But yes. Stream Elements does give people Twitch Elements does give people points now, and you can earn them just by being in the chat. So please if you'd like to, I'd love to see more people take advantage of that. They're not the channel points, of course. Not channel points. They are specified points for specifically for Stream Elements. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. To see how many points you actually have, you must use the what's it called? The exclamation point points command to see how many points that you have. Ka, you already know this to be true. You know there's no gambling here. You already know this. I understand the lulz, I know people like to do things for the lulz, but we also don't want to confuse people. We do not want to confuse people. So it would be appreciated if we don't use commands that aren't real. As I said. As I just said. So, there it is, again, Bun using the gambling command. There is no gambling command. There is no gambling command. Alright. Okay, shard bundle. Okay. Alright, so what is this? Hello? You're free now. I think the accent time is over. I think I've done the accent for the sufficient amount of time. An inert automaton with an empty chest. Oh, this is for the heart. This is for the heart. We have not earned all of the heart pieces yet. Okay, that's disappointing. So 2 pots. Yeah. I have not found a third one, but hopefully now that we have double jump, we can find the third one. Hopefully. I could not find this thing until chat had to tell you at the very end of the game. Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll have the same problem. If you don't respond within 2 minutes, automatically picks deny. Yes, it does. It does. So yeah. Yeah, the automaton heart definitely seems like it'll be very well hidden, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. All right. So so we've gone up here. Now we're going to mark this as needing a special item. So this is a special item, no longer needing to go there. We do need to go up here though. So let's go up here. All right. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay. Thank you for the head pats, Kagura. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing. I do hope everyone's having a good Friday. I do appreciate you all hanging out. And of course, again, I do hope we can have a good time. Make use of the commands that actually exist, and of course, enjoy each other's company. I'd very much like that. All right. So I actually do not want this open right now, so let's just close this. Alright. I like how Danny has 3,177 and I somehow outrank him. Logic not needed. Yeah, no logic required whatsoever. Also during BRB screens, during BRB, breaks whenever I go to the bathroom or need to do BRBs for whatever reason, there will be a raffle to earn some extra points. So you don't have to stay at 0 points or at a low amount of points forever. You can just join the raffle that happens at the every time I go to the bathroom. So yeah, do keep that in mind. Okay. All right, appreciate you lurking. Enjoy your cooking. Appreciate your cooking. All right, Kagura. Got him. Alright. So we are gonna fight these guys just to get the oops, didn't need to do that. We are gonna fight them just to get some we're pretty poor when it comes to rosaries right now. So, just for the sake of getting rosaries, we are gonna fight them. Thank you for the 20 biddies. I appreciate that, Hiki. Thank you. Yo, Nina. Hello, hello. Hi. I've heard of you. You're a DJ, yeah? Yeah, greetings to you as well. I hope you're doing well. See, people don't know. Yeah, you said it right. Of course. Of course. I'm a dancer? Oh, okay. My bad, my bad. Yeah, but yeah, I've definitely heard of you. I know your name. I've seen you around. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, and hello, Shadow. Hello, hello. I'm impressed. I mean, I interview people in VR chat, so I'm the I would like to say I'm kind of like the quote unquote. I'm actually not quote unquote. Nobody has quoted me. I say this myself. I'm kind of like the Joe Rogan of VR chat. Like, I interview people for 3 hours. We talk about things very candidly. So I know a lot about people that people may not realize. I pay attention to people a lot. So that's why I know many things about a variety of people. Because I pay attention. Hello, Fuyumi. Good to see you. Good to see you. And I've come up. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, you haven't exactly come up. I've seen your name. I've seen your name on promos. So I'm very familiar with seeing your name around. Just at certain music events. So yeah. I read a lot. Yeah. And thank you for the 22 months, Shadow. Mwah. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And thank you for gifting a sub to Mina. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for gifting a sub. Thank you very much. It's very, very generous of you. It's so funny you see her in your chat tonight. Yeah. I'd certainly I watch things. I tell my chat this all the time. You may not realize how much I pay attention to people and observe people in general. I see a lot of things that people don't realize that I see. So and that includes people in chats, at events, wherever. If I'm there, rest assured I'm paying attention to whatever is going on. So yeah, that's just kind of how I am. All right. Happen to be dating the shadow above me. Oh, all right. Hell yeah. Well, congrats. Congrats. I hope you two are happy. I hope everything is going well, and I know everything is pretty exciting right now, and I hope things continue to be wonderful. I'm always happy to see my friends happy. So you know, any friend of Shadow's is a friend of mine, and anyone who Shadow is fucking is also a friend of mine. I'm not going to fuck them. They're just friends. But yeah, you know. You know how it is. We're in BC right now. All right, cool. All right, that's good. Awesome. Knocking boots. True. Hell yeah. I'm not doing any knocking though. Hey Nephi, I was given a question by someone. Would you give Silksong to someone without gaming experience or any experience in the Metroidvania genre? Expect him to love it the same way you do? It would depend. I would still recommend this game. I would recommend Silksong to anybody. I would recommend Elden Ring to anybody. I would. And the reason for that is I leave it up to the person to determine whether they are actually, well, if they get frustrated very easily, then they're gonna struggle with these games. If they don't get frustrated easily, then they're gonna be fine. But I'll leave that for them to decide. I don't want my judgment on them to determine whether they should play a game or not, you know? It will frustrate them and they quit. Well, then let them be frustrated and quit. That's my thinking, bud. I would recommend it to them because I do think the game is a good game. And if they get frustrated and quit, that's on them. I'd rather them get frustrated and quit than assume that the game is too hard for them. People create arbitrary boundaries for themselves without giving themselves a chance to even give something a try. And that, to me, it's a missed opportunity. They may actually end up liking the game. But because people will think, oh, you like Stardew Valley, no, a person should determine for themselves whether they enjoy a game or not, regardless of whether they play casual games or whatever the fuck. That's what I believe, personally. And if they get frustrated and quit, they get frustrated and quit. They can reimburse. They can return the game to Steam, if that's the case. But at least they tried. At least they tried. Here is established by holy consent of the conductors the memoriam of Falun. What is remembered is never lost. I waited all that time just so I could do the voice acting for that read. I literally just sat there for like 3 minutes while I yapped just so I could do the fancy voiceover read. But yeah, I don't like to arbitrarily or artificially restrict people's ability to enjoy things. People should determine for themselves whether they like something or not. It is not my responsibility to be to determine for them what it is that they want, what it is that they don't like. They can determine that for themselves. Let me ask this then. Have there been mechanics that felt unfair or underutilized due to how it's designed? Oh yeah, when you first start off the game, the if you're used to playing original Hollow Knight, the original ability is diagonal. So when you do the down attack, it's a diagonal. So for a lot of people who are not used to fighting games, for example, that's very uncomfortable. And even for me, who's actually used to fighting games, that was kind of weird for me at first. But that's just because I have previous Hollow Knight experience. If someone has no previous Hollow Knight experience, it may just be like, oh, this is just how the game is designed. And it probably wouldn't be a problem for them. But I think having context of the original Hollow Knight would ultimately kind of flavor their perception of how the game's battle mechanics first starts off. But that's just kind of how I think about it, you know? Holy shit, I didn't know you were gonna do that. Oh, fuck. Well, okay. Okay, this fucking Stag Beetle does all the things, dude. That's crazy. This hypothetical has no gaming experience. I have lots of experience designing designing for the player base. They can barely understand how to move left or right. Okay, hypothetical has no gaming experience. I think even with no gaming experience, platformers have been around for years. Like, there was Sonic the Hedgehog, there was Super Mario Brothers. If you go all the way back to Nintendo, even back to the Atari, which is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was a platform, the original Donkey Kong game. And people played that back in the day. So I do think that regardless of people not having gaming experience, I do think that it's in this hypothetical has never played them, and that's fine. That's fine. People back in the day never played Donkey Kong either. People back in the day didn't know what Super Mario was back in the day either when they played it. And that experience of playing Super Mario maybe got them into games without any gaming experience. So we could say a person with no gaming experience doesn't have to be an adult. They could be a child. They could be like a teenager, like a 13-year-old, that maybe has never played a game before. But I do still think that you should give people the agency to make their own decisions. And even if they have no gaming experience whatsoever, which again could be a child who could be very intelligent and very perceptive, could still learn how to play these games. Because at the end of the day, Hollow Knight is just a platformer. It's a platformer with extra steps. Instead of just jumping around like you do with Sonic, you have to use different buttons and different button presses to do different things. And the game teaches you how to do those things and gives you room to explore those ideas. Bun is also a game designer. So Bun does design games. So I would say that, you know, she does have, I know she has a pretty good sense of these things, which I'm not going against her sense. Well, all I'm saying is that I have a different belief system about people's agency. That's all. I believe in giving people the room to make their own decisions and to draw their conclusions about their skill levels. I'm also under the assumption I can recommend them a better game first. If it was Silksong or nothing, then sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair too. Yeah, but then you're adding in this hypothetical, you're adding in extra things. So, you know, it was the hypothetical is only for Silksong. So, you know, assuming it would just be Silksong as the only option, then that's what we would do. But yeah, I'm very much of the mind of people having and developing their own sense of agency, and doing what it is that they believe is right, and for themselves. A person can determine if something is too hard, but I've just seen too many people in my life, and just in general, who create these arbitrary boundaries for themselves. They'll look at something and they'll say, "Oh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't possibly do that," but they've never tried. Oh, that looks too hard, and they don't even know if it actually would be too hard for them or not. They don't actually know. People stop themselves from trying things all out of these arbitrary, like, boundaries that they put up for themselves, and that's something I don't like. I want people to discover and to be curious and to figure things out. That's just how I am as a person, and I believe more people should be that way. Super Mario has mechanics built into World 1-1 that ease the inexperienced players the basics organically. Silksong tries to violate you from minute 1. Give them a chance. But if they ask for recommendation, I wouldn't pick this. I don't know. I wouldn't say that Silksong was too aggressive. I mean, it does kind of I wouldn't say it was too aggressive. I would say that it does get into things much faster than the original Hollow Knight. I will concede to that. But I think Silksong does give you enough time to kind of like learn shit. I think it does. Maybe not as much time, but I think it does give some. This mob is a fucking... This mob is annoying as hell. I also wish to prevent them from feeling so out of their depth that they reject all video games from that point onward. You know. If a person says no to all video games, then they're just weak-minded. I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry, if like you take one game experience and then you're like, "Oh, this is terrible. I'm never gonna play games again." Okay, don't play games again. then okay, fine. If that's your perception on life, that you just give up when something gets hard, well, yeah. Okay. Fine by me. Go ahead and give up. I don't know. I expect more from people. That's all. I don't believe in this idea of coddling people. I don't believe in this idea that people aren't capable of doing great things. And I like to give people the benefit of the doubt that they can be better and that people can learn. And because I believe in that so intensely, I would be like, well, you know, if you want to give up right at square one, was it meant for you anyway? You know, call me an asshole if you want, but you know, that's just kind of how I see it personally. This fucking mob is an asshole. I died many times in the first 3 minutes of gameplay in Silksong. Well, I mean, I would say that I would say in that particular case, you are a little bit out of your depth when it comes to these sorts of games. And like, honestly, I mean, you still, like, you die, okay. Bun is using the defense that I died a lot in the first 3 minutes of gameplay in Silksong. And yet, she's still basically 100% of the game. But that's what I mean. She didn't give up. You're losing Morra because you have the thief mark on? Oh, it's okay. It doesn't, that's fine. I'll lose rosaries. It's like I'll lose like 2, maybe 3. It's not a big deal. I'd rather get more rosaries as a payoff than anything else. But yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I suppose the original question being is if we'd give him Silksong, the original. Oh wait, okay. I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to read chat. I suppose the original question being if we'd give them Silksong, then the question back are there any other options first, or is this all or nothing? I mean, the question was about Silksong. So this I don't like the if someone provides a hypothetical, proceeding to expand on what is essentially a hypothetical in the first place, I think is useless. It doesn't accomplish really anything. All it does is overcomplicate what the original hypothetical question was. Sure, you could wonder if there are other options, but the question was very clearly stated. So there's no point in adding other extra steps to what is essentially a hypothetical in the first place by asking, well, are there other options? Are there other things that we can do? No, the hypothetical was about a specific thing. So we're trying to talk about a specific instance. I think adding in extra steps just causes more confusion, and it causes a person to get lost in the sauce. And then nothing really gets decided on because people are like, well, what if, what about? They get up in whataboutism, and then nothing gets discussed, and a consensus never gets reached because of just rampant whataboutism. I did get the counter argued that if you play the OG Hollow Knight first, then transition to Silksong, it would be more difficult. I don't know about that. I would say if you played the original Silksong, playing this Silksong should be. Oh, if you played the original Hollow Knight, then this wouldn't be. How the fuck does that hit you for 2? That's crazy. Also, the fact that you get hit for 2 life. This game is pretty rough. I will say that you get hit for 2 life. In this game, OG Hollow Knight is a better entry point. I agree. That's why I was like, huh? Like, how could someone say that like playing the original Hollow Knight and then going to Silksong would make the game harder? I don't know about that. I mean, I guess it would make it harder in the sense that the style of play is slightly different. The style of combat is different than it is in the original Hollow Knight. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, if a person plays Silksong first, all they would know is how Hollow Knight Silksong plays. But if you add in the fact that they've played Hollow Knight and then you have them try to transition over to Silksong, there may be a slight bit of confusion. Arguably you could say there'll be a slight bit of confusion because of the combat differences compared to the original Hollow Knight. But I would say just in general, I would say just in general, like, I don't think it'd be harder. But, you know, it's a possibility. But I mean, I think that's how you could argue something like that. You could argue that it would be harder to play Hollow Knight and then Hollow Knight Silksong because of the difference in combat abilities that happen, that change when you play Silksong. It's different in that way. I don't think it'd be harder though. But you know, there's an argument to be made. That's crazy that fucking... Okay. Nice. Okay. At least we got him once. We're gonna have to kill him a bunch more times, though. But yeah, I agree. Hollow Knight is a much better entry point, even if you could make the argument that switching from Hollow Knight, OG Hollow Knight to Silksong would be harder. Ideally, I'd want someone to play the original Hollow Knight first. Ideally. I think it's a fun thought argument. I think not thought argument. I think it's a fun thought exercise, though. I do have a transcript of the argument and the things that the person I had a debate on. If you wanted to read it, you know, I mean, this is just a hypothetical. I'm not that invested in it. I'm not that invested in the idea. But I do think it's fun to kind of like consider those sorts of things, you know. But yeah, like all in all, like you know, long story short, my perspective on people with no gaming experience trying a game like this, my perspective is that you should allow a person to make their own decisions, and you should allow a person to decide whether they wish to give up on something or keep trying on something. If they want to give up, then that's on them, and that's the choice that they've made. It's not for you to decide whether someone is fit to play a game or not. And that's just my overall stance on it. Having hit enemies 9 times for being able to heal in Silksong is brutal. It is. It is. But you have to remember that this is essentially a Souls-like. Let's not forget that Silksong and Hollow Knight in general are both Souls-likes. So you know, you're going to encounter mobs that are, you know, annoying. I would say one of the most annoying things about this game are all the mob rushes. I don't enjoy the abundance of mob rushes in this game. I think mob rushes have been like really like overdone in this game, and I don't particularly like them all that much. Some of them are fun, but the majority of them are shit, and I don't like them. Too many mob runs. Give me more bosses. I think the original Hollow Knight had more bosses. I think the original Hollow Knight had just more bosses in general. So, I can understand why they chose a different route to go with for Silksong by making more mob rushes. But in general, oh my gosh. In general, I don't particularly like how many mob rushes there are in this game. Even more so, you get cancelled due to mistimed heal. Yeah, the mistiming heals is pretty punishing. I agree.
Drink water, you dehydrated.
Yo, Golaki, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I don't remember if I said hello to you during my whole yap about that. End up using the badge that allowed you to move while healing at one point. Yeah, I mean, if it's in the game, Bowcaster, I mean, if it's an option in the game, then that's perfectly fine. There's no shame in utilizing tools that are already included in the game. So, you know. So, you know, I wouldn't be bothered by that. Oh shit. Okay. Hi. Okay. Alright. Actually, how many Souls-like games have I played? My first official Souls-like game was Elden Ring. And then I beat Elden Ring. I saw the credits roll. For Elden Ring. And then after Elden Ring, I played Dark Souls Remastered. I think I played Ender Lilies and 100% Ender Lilies. So I 100% Ender Lilies, and then much later on I played Hollow Knight, and I've also played through Dark Souls Remastered. So all the credits roll for DS Remastered, and then I played DS3, and I saw the credits roll for DS3. So yeah, I've played a couple. But yeah, I died nearly 1K times in Elden Ring before I beat it. So Elden Ring was my first attempt at a Souls-like game, and I died almost 1,000 times by the time I was done beating the game. So to give you context, you know, I sympathize with people like Bun, who died a bunch at the beginning of Silksong. I did not die a bunch at the beginning of Silksong because I play these sorts of games all the time. I like these sorts of games. So my experience was very, very different from Bun's. So I do sympathize with those who do struggle with that, because I'm just used to playing these sorts of games where you're challenged heavily. Like you're constantly being skill checked. So I'm just kind of used to that from playing fighting games for so many years. Containment falls, memory lost. Excise outer, maintain inner. Shellwood stasis sustained, remember. Marrow-line stasis critical, remember. Verdanian environment exceeded, destined to forget. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's my thinking. I like to believe in people, despite my my skepticism. I have a lot of skepticism about people, but I prefer to try to believe in them and let them determine their own decisions for themselves. Thank you for the head pats. Okay. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Fuck, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Oh, I can't bounce. Okay. That's fine. Hello. Alright. Thank you for the pixels. As we do when I am pixelated, you know, sometimes. Okay, how the fuck do I get over this? I'm clearly forgetting something. So... Okay. Hello, Vane. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, indeed. Hi. I hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you had a good time at work. Well, a good day today. And welcome home, assuming that you're home from work. Welcome in. To be honest, I think one argument the person I was talking to made that made you confused was Silksong is a game that is disrespectful of the player's time and money. Disrespectful? I don't know about disrespectful. Oh wow, I'm losing like 7 rosaries. Shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. If I'm losing a. That's actually way too many rosaries for my liking. Okay. But we will endure. There we go. Okay. The game punishes failure for making you trek back multiple minutes to retry the challenge you failed. I understand that criticism. Okay. I from that perspective, I understand. If that was the overall argument, of why Silksong kind of disrespects your time and money, because of the runbacks, I get that. I think there can be an argument made for that sort of thing. And I do think that there have been some people, even who love these sorts of games, who have said that that the idea of having to do a run back is in this day and age, like having to do run backs in 2025, just seems a little seems like a little much for some. So I think it is one style of argument. I think you could say that. Today was death, but I'm good now. Well, I'm glad you're good now, Vane. You can hang out with the other badasses now. I'm not sure about the money, but 100% agree on the time. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the time thing. Seems like it's very deliberate choice, but it's part of the artistic vision. Yeah, I mean, when you're making we're making a small like 2.5D game, you know, I think there are ways to, like, sometimes I think if you don't add in a little bit of challenge, a little bit of like difficulty, then I think the game could, in theory, be a little bit too easy. You know? And like you definitely do have to create ways, even if it does seem a little bit arbitrary, you do have to create ways to increase difficulty as the game goes on. Because obviously, you know, these sorts of games essentially use the same formula. Wander around, gain power, beat a mob rush, beat a boss, get their power. The gameplay loop is relatively pretty simple, you know? But I do think that having runbacks for specifically difficult portions of the game, especially like later in the game, I think for like a gameplay loop that's relatively, you know, I would say, what's the word? Simplistic in a way. I think having a little bit of difficulty in that regard is okay. Runbacks are good for letting the players de-stress. The reason they're hating this game because they're often too stressful. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I agree. The runbacks in this game are pretty stressful. Like having to redo an entire park car area or dodge a load of enemies. Yeah, I mean, I would say if there's any one place where this is extremely poignant or extremely pronounced, I would say that it's extremely pronounced in Sinner's Road. Sinner's Road is by far the most pronounced, and even in Sinner's Road, they even troll you with a fake save point here. So yeah, I would say Sinner's Road is like the biggest culprit in the run back portion of like the argument of the game. They do troll you with a fake save point. which is kind of wild. You're already like going through this shit, and they're like, "Ha, save point." Nope, get fucked. So you know, but I would say that's for me. It's Sinner's Road. But in general, I'd say Silk Road, and at least for now, Silk Road and Blasted Steps are kind of the biggest culprits when it comes to having to run back and it being a fucking hassle. You could maybe even say a little bit of let me see, a little bit of the Coral Chambers or like the High Halls. I forget which one, but you could even argue that there too. That's just a little bit much. Hunter's March was your worst. Like Hunter's. Okay, so I actually don't remember Hunter's March like at all. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I think maybe it's Hunter's March that I'm thinking about, and not exactly Sinner's Road. It might be Hunter's March, but I think Sinner's Road is pretty bad too. But I think Hunter's March, yeah, true. Yeah, fake save point and the maggots. Oh yeah, totally for you, me. Exactly, Vane. Exactly. But yeah. Hunter's March is pretty shitty. I agree. I totally agree. The red ants parkour over the spikes at early game. You have to do it with the Hunter's crest. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's rough. Like the diagonal. The diagonal attack can be pretty rough. I agree. God damn it, I didn't mean to hit both of them. Sorry, chat. I had to get super silent for this, because I have to watch. I have to basically just watch, and then I have to watch and then remember. So it's fine. I'll start over. It's fine. I'll do it again.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
After I'm done with this. Because now I've been distracted and now I don't remember the pattern. So thank you. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. Okay, take. Oh shit. Okay. So wait, is the heart complete? Did I finish it? Hey. Okay, cool. Nice. Hype, hype, hype. Yeah, we got the heart, and we know exactly where to bring it.
Good job.
Yeah, thankfully it didn't take us to the end of the game to figure out where it was. Imagine getting stuck doing the same thing over and over despite beating it before, stuck in the endless now, I suppose. There's another area that I don't know if you've seen that most people call the worst runback spot in the game. Well, I mean, you've looked at my map, Bun. So if you looked at my map, you would probably know if I've been there before, I think. So yeah. Also, thank you for the head pats, Geneva, and for the drinking water. I couldn't drink water because I was in the middle of thinking about stuff. Thank you for saying hi, Geneva. I appreciate that. Feel free to lurk if you can. You're gonna go for your daily walk now? Okay, Bun. Enjoy your walk. Thanks for hanging. Be safe out there, and I'm assuming that you'll keep me on while you're away. So, well, hopefully we'll see you back in a bit.
Not.
All right. So, cog heart piece obtained. Okay, we've already been there. Okay, I don't think there's anything up here. But yeah, I definitely do. I do respect people who are willing to try new things and to you know, to challenge themselves. Many people do not realize their full potential because they arbitrarily cock block themselves. They put themselves in a situation where they are where they're not in a position that they can actually like grow, because they'll say, "Oh, this is too hard," and then not even give themselves a chance. You know. I would love to lurk, but Wi-Fi and data work at close to non-existent, only a small bit of area. But if you're live, when I work, I'll tune in again. Okay, Geneva, no worries. Please be safe, and I hope work goes smoothly for you. I appreciate you dropping to say hello in between job stuff. Always appreciated. Get out of my way. Mossberry. And we're fighting all the secret tunnels. Cool. Yeah, another argument I got was about the tool system being badly designed due to the crafting at the bench, despite it being an important mechanic to the Horns kit. The crafting at the bench? I mean, you don't exactly craft at the bench. Like, all the crafting toolkit does is increase the potency of your tools. That's all the crafting kit does. Also, only being able to change your stuff at a rest point, I think is good. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. They just want everything to be easy. There's nothing wrong with having a rest point or being stuck with your build, as long as you deem necessary. When you use a red tools, use durability on the HUD. Once you sit on a bench, you replenish them. Okay. And the problem is? Yeah, I don't see a problem. I think that's perfectly okay design. I don't know. I think people like to look for excuses to make things easier, because they themselves just need something to complain about. I've come to the conclusion that there are just many people in this world who just want to be mad about anything or find anything to rage about or to complain about. Too many people have become complainers, and not many people are people who are willing to take action and responsibility. And that's just something that I've noticed, and I do think that more people need to be more willing to give themselves, let themselves be challenged. Actually be challenged. Be willing to be challenged. The world doesn't have to be easy for you. And if it's a game, and that's how the game was made, then fuck you. That's how the game was made. You can complain about it, but are you just complaining because you want it to be easier for you? That's a different story. They're gonna by comparing stuff like The Witcher 1, which is a very old game. You could only drink potions by resting. And that was bad game design. And they fixed it in Witcher 2 and 3. Okay. I mean, so I'm not sure what the issue is. Are they comparing The Witcher 1's design to having to be at a rest stop to change your tools around? So they compared the combat tools to that. You only get 4 flint stakes, or you only get 30 of the flea brews. Nah, grow the fuck up. The game gives you so many tools. It forces you to prepare. The game gives you so many tools to fight with. Hornet herself, as just her entire kit, has so many ways that you can do combat with. Get good. Get good. Tools are just a means to enhance what you already have. You don't need to use tools. And if you don't have the right tools, then you're not prepared. Go prepare. Just like you would do in Dark Souls. I mean, where your flasks only get replenished in Dark Souls when you rest. Or, I mean, in Elden Ring, when you kill very strong enemies. You get, an extra, flask or something. They'll give you, an extra one. But, yeah, I mean, this is a Souls-like. They're complaining about, what I want to say? About mechanics that are inherent to Souls-like games. Another comparison, if you're playing a bow run only in Dark Souls, but you have a capacity of 10 arrows, you can only replenish your arrows at the bonfire, would that be fair? Yeah, but that's not how they designed it. You can't take a hypothetical, you can't compare an actual way a game is designed with a hypothetical way of a game that's not designed that way. That makes no sense. You can't compare a real thing to a hypothetical. Poor argument. Poor. That's a bad argument. What's up, Spike? Good to see you. I appreciate the 9 months. Mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate you, Spike. Hope you've been doing well. Happy sub baby day. True. It's been 9 months. That's wild. I appreciate the support, Don. Thank you so much. I do hope you're feeling better. Now that you've been able to get some help. Get some meds. I do hope you're feeling much better lately. Ray with the yeah, it's true. Yeah, they're just classic complainers. Classic complainers. Facts, I play Dark Souls because I enjoy the difficulty. Well, yeah. Everyone has their own reason, for sure, Dylan. I'm glad I wasn't the only one feeling unconvinced by that. Yeah. I'm very unconvinced by that. They're just a complainer. They're a bitch ass complainer. It's a fucking Souls-like. What do you expect? Sit rosaries, yes. That's something Pokemon of all things does well. If you want to breeze through it with the best team you can. If you want to beat an entire game with Rattata, you can. Choice is always good. Yes, I agree. Choice is always good. And if you don't like how a certain mechanic works, you don't like how a certain tool works, use a different one. Use a different one and then send a report to the devs of why a certain tool is underpowered. So yeah. Yeah. Of course, Fiumi. Yeah, there are, again, like I said, there are just some people who want to stay mad, and you know, you know, if they want to stay mad, they can stay mad. But you know, the world doesn't have to bend to their will. The world doesn't have to be made easier because you are using a hypothetical to describe something that's real in a game. You know, just kind of deal with it. You know. Finally got my chiropractor appointment today, on the way to start healing. That the chiro is worried about your neck. Okay, well, I mean, it's good for them to be worried, but I do hope that whatever they're worried about can get fixed. That would be the hope. I hope we can get that fixed. The funniest argument they made during the entire thing. Imagine if in Call of Duty, instead of reloading, you had to look for a place to rest and craft ammo and reload. Would that be a good player experience? No, it wouldn't. That's why it doesn't exist. That's why it doesn't exist. And it's a completely different genre of gaming. Yeah, I agree, Bowcaster. Having choice is ideal. With any sort of gaming experience, having the ability to choose how you want to tackle a game, I think is ideal, and I think that's what makes things fun. So I'm right there with you. That's why I was cackling at that argument. Yeah, it's a chronic complainer who wants shit to be easier for them, and using bad arguments from genres of games that aren't even relevant to what is essentially the Souls-like genre. Wild shit. Yeah. I don't blame you for cackling. I don't blame you, hon. Plus, if I remember correctly, wasn't the difficulty of DS and the other Souls-like games one of the biggest selling point? Yeah, that's the whole point. That's literally the whole point of the Souls series. It's meant to fuck you up. It's supposed to fuck you up. And then you're supposed to have it's the feeling of accomplishment once you've gotten through a significant challenge. It's the whole point. That's where the whole Souls-like genre came from. People do be stupid sometimes, though, so you know. You know, you can't fix stupid. You cannot fix stupid. You also can't convince stupid. So you know, be careful with the kind of discussions and arguments you put yourself into, because some people are just not they're just not interested in having a legitimate, honest discussion. They just want to talk about bullshit that doesn't exist. So you know. The tagline of the original Dark Souls was "Prepare to die." Yeah, like you died. Like when you die, it's like you died. Get good. It's like, yeah, just grow up. This is like the Hollow Knight series is it's a Souls-like genre. Get over it. Oops. Oops. I have heard of Darkest Dungeon. I have. I have heard of Darkest Dungeon. Oh shit! Big bird. Big nose. I need to drink some water. Yeah, I know about Darkest Dungeon. That game is, I heard the game is like actually fucking hard. Anyone complain that Souls anyone complain that Souls are too hard, need to shut the fuck up? True. Go back to Stardew Valley. Let's see. The person I was arguing with used Darkest Dungeon as an example of a Metroidvania that respects your time and money. Darkest Dungeon is fucking what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, what do they mean? Not you specifically, but that's kind of wild. Darkest Dungeon is like actually difficult. Darkest Dungeon plays completely differently. It plays so differently from Dark Souls. It plays very differently from a 2.5D Metroidvania. It plays very, very, very differently. So again, using a completely different style of game with similar levels of difficulty, you know, agreed, it does have similar levels of difficulty, but once again, using a completely different style of, a completely different genre of game to make a justification for how another different genre of game should be played. We're not out here saying that like fighting, like, oh, I like to go fast, so because fighting games don't allow you to go fast in like a car or like Sonic the Hedgehog, that's bad game design. That's fucking stupid as fuck. It's a completely different genre of games. You will die. You will game over. But that's the point of Darkest Dungeon. You come back stronger each time. Yeah, that's called a roguelike. That's literally a genre of gaming called roguelikes. Like, Hollow Knight isn't a roguelike. So, you know, just kind of weird shit, dude. Yeah, it's not the same genre at all. It's a completely different way of playing games, and they're using it to describe a Metroidvania / Souls-like. Makes no fucking sense. It's dumb. So, you know, this is why you don't argue with dumb people. So, yeah, don't argue with stupid people. It's a waste of your time. Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. Ah, shit. I was like, oh wow, okay. Well, shit. Okay. Huh. So I can dash then jump again. Dash. Okay, that's not the game plan. Dash, jump. Okay. Oh, okay. Shit. Huh. So they're saying I have to save my double jump for that? That's kind of wild. Okay, I mean, it wouldn't be that much of a big trek back, but that's kind of wild. A great example of Souls-like that respects your time are the 2 Star Wars Jedi games. I'm not familiar with those at all, Bowcaster. So, I'll take you at your word, but I don't have any experience with those games, so I can't really make an argument about that, or I can't even make a determination about that. Hard areas and challenges, but getting to the end unlocks new abilities and shortcuts to skip a lot of the repetition. Okay. A good example of roguelike is Hades. Yes. Hades is probably one of the best roguelikes ever made. One of the best. Look, I may not be as good at Dark Souls, but I don't blame the game. I'm fully aware that it's a skill issue on my part. Yeah, which is being self-aware that you may not be as good at games as you think that you are, I think is also important too. Oh, don't worry, I didn't argue with them to make a point. I just kept asking questions because I wanted to hear the reasons, and I like that. I appreciate that mode of thinking a lot. Fumi. I actually appreciate that you were curious enough to ask them questions. And it's okay if a person is stupid. You know, if a person is stupid, that's fine. But, you know, I would say just being able to ask questions and being willing to ask them questions, I think is also just as important too. So I can appreciate that a lot. even if you completely disagree with them. Being able to have a discussion about something, even if you blatantly disagree with them, I think we need that. We need more of that in the world. So I'm glad that you do that. Okay, I don't particularly want to bite the dust here. So we're gonna take a different route. Inspect. We will have enough rosaries. We shall have enough rosaries. I missed you, Neff. Missed this kind of conversation. Well, hey, I'm glad you're back. Glad you're back. Glad you're feeling, or you're on your way to recovery. Hey, I'm glad to have you back. I forgot. I kept my glasses on. You can take those off. Take off my glasses. I will try my best to be patient with stupid people, but they always loudest in the room. And once they raise their voice, the conversation is done. Yeah, that's very much the case. I agree. Wait, what did I unlock? What was my achievement? Shit, I didn't see what my achievement was. I think that was the achievement to unlock all the teleporters. If I had to guess, that's what it was. Unlock all teleporters in Silksong. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to Grand Bellway. I'm gonna heal in Grand Bellway and then I'll come back here. That's the move to make. Boom, boom, boom. And then we just go back. And then we do the puzzle. And if we ever get too low in life, actually, hold on, actually, let me go back. I want to do something. I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm a super skilled gamer, but I'm also aware that it would just take me time and patience to make it through Dark Souls. It's my own fault that I don't put the effort into it. Right. And that circles back to our initial discussion about Silksong, about giving Silksong to a person with zero gaming experience. It circles right back to that point. You are aware that it's your own fault if you lose, if you die, and it's your own fault that you don't put effort into it. And if a person wants to be a pussy and give up on a game, actually no, I won't say be a pussy. I won't be so dramatic about that. If they are not satisfied with how the game plays, if they're not satisfied with the game's mechanics, and it frustrates them to that degree, then it's their choice to give it up if they want to. However, at least they made the choice after giving the game a try without assuming right out of the gate that they wouldn't be able to play it in the first place. So, I think it's better for people to have that experience and be able to make their own determinations of whether a game is worthy of their time or that a game that they should be playing or not. So that's kind of my thinking about that sort of thing. Oh god, I was looking at my notes and found this part. I was saying Silksong is a sequel to Hollow Knight, and it would be easier to be introduced to Silksong by playing the first one. The response, at that point, make it a deal. Okay, they weren't even reading what you were saying. Yeah, they just were not reading your words. Oops. What is the button? What is the button to do this? Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, cool. And how many of these do I get? I probably get like, oh, I get 4. I get 4 of them. Gotcha. Okay, and then they disappear. Okay. Understood. Alright. Back to the puzzle. Spirit, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Hope stream's going well. Yeah, we're having a great discussion. I was worried that chat was gonna be a little bit quieter tonight, but we're having a fantastic discussion. I'm down for it. It's been good. It's been good. I did surprise myself with how far I got into Dark Souls, despite not being, despite not really making it super far at all. I can at least say I tried and failed, and that's not the game's fault. I didn't stick with it longer. Yeah, I died almost 1,000 times before I completed Elden Ring and became the Elden Lord. I died nearly 1,000 times. So, you know, it's about perseverance and sticking with it and improving and understanding how to improve, learning from your mistakes. It's very, very important. Very, very important. No, you're fine. No, you're good. You're good, Spirit. You don't have to justify yourself. Everyone makes their choices, and I'm glad that you're lurking, and I appreciate that very, very much. Do what you need to do. Have your priorities, and don't worry about it. You can be here if you can be here. Another person even chimed in with him and said, playing Hollow Knight then Silksong consecutively would be harder. That's such a that's a dumb thing to say. No, you're just playing a different game. No, you're stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna go on BRB. I need some water. I can feel myself dehydrating, so I do need to grab some water. Thank you for the head pets, parents. Good to see you, by the way. Hello. So I'm gonna go and grab some water. We are going to do a raffle. Every time we do BRBs, we do a raffle. So please be sure to enter the raffle if you'd like to earn some more points to duel people with. I haven't seen many people dueling each other. Well, again, there haven't been that many people, talking in chat. But if you guys want to duel each other while we're on BRB, please be sure to. But yeah, fight to the death, and I shall return with water. See you in a bit. Yo, what's up, chat? Hello, hello. Hi. Hi, hi. We're back. We're back for more. For more Silksong. For more discussions. For more insulting the stupid people who make stupid arguments and need to shut the fuck up because they're stupid. I'm kidding. But thanks for welcome back, Stanny and Fumi and Apple. Thank you for the welcome backs. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, we're back. Hope you guys been chilling. Hope you guys been enjoying the gameplay. We're making big progress. Big progress. And yeah, the biggest progress you've ever seen. This is the bigliest progress. All right, let's get back into it. Okay. So I wanted to write. Someone keeps taking away my glasses. They only last for 30 minutes. Someone isn't taking them away. They only last for 30 minutes. That's what the redeem says. I keep taking them off. So people know what's up. Oh yeah, Croyd. True. Oh no. Okay. Which accent? Oh man, which accent? I think I'll do a southern accent. I think that's what I think that we'll go with a southern accent for now. Something a little bit less foreign, something a little bit more close to home, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna go a little bit of a southern kind of feeling. Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't enjoy this very much. I will say, when it comes to Dark Souls, I'm glad I stepped out of my gaming comfort zone and experienced the game. It was really good to let myself know that if I dedicate myself to it, I can definitely accomplish more than I thought that I could. Just need to be in the right headspace for that kind of thing. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I always tell people about this sort of thing, you know? Lots of people don't realize, they don't realize what it means to actually put themselves under real duress. They don't understand that meaning. They think because something is too hard, that means that's not something to be done. But I disagree. I disagree that there are things that you can do that you may not even realize that you can get done. But you only know that you can do them if you give yourself a chance to even give yourself a chance to even try. You gotta try before you know. Otherwise, what do you know anyway? So that's my thinking about it. Be willing to put yourself in a challenging position. Be willing. Otherwise, you'll never actually know. Like I didn't know, oh fuck, I didn't even realize that. See, just like I didn't realize there was a wall over there, I would have never known if I hadn't looked. If I had just given up on this little puzzle, I would have completely missed that there was actually a little bit of a thing over there, a little bit of a wall that I could grab onto, so I could actually get a little bit more air. There's that wall right fucking here that I did not know about. So, you know, it's things like that. You know, you don't give yourself a chance to look around. If you don't open your eyes and put yourself in a situation where you can learn things, then you won't learn anything at all. You'll just be a fool your entire life. And no, ain't nobody want to be a fool their entire lives. No siree. Motherfucker. God damn it. Thank you, Apple. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for hitting me up with the accent time is gonna end. Thank you. Oh my god. This shit's gone crazy. Let me see. see, I see. I know that I know nothing. I know that there are lots of things that I don't know, but I also know that there are things that I do know. And that's why I only talk about the things that I do know. Okay, that was the answer. That was the answer right there. That was the answer right there. I figured it out. I know. Fuck. I'm gonna die. And that's alright. That's alright if we die here. That's fine. Actually, no. We actually don't want to die here. Getting our body back is gonna be a fucking bitch. I do not want to die here. I don't want to die here at all. Because that's gonna be really hard to get our body back. I know things you don't know. True. I know things that you don't. We gotta learn from one another. That's the whole point of living. If you learn from one another, there's nothing that we can't do. I'm always ready to learn more about myself. I think that's the right mindset to have. I agree. Is this the new path of pain type area? Seems so. Seems that's what it's looking like. That's what's looking a bit like for sure. I think we're gonna go down for this. Alright. Oh, well, would you look at that? This is gonna open a hole. Just like that. Alright. Okay, so what does this lead to? Oh, okay, I see. It's a shortcut. Nice. Okay. So you want it? So what you were looking for was you wanted some southern drawl with some little bit of sex behind it. Is that what you were looking for? I see you. I see what you wanted. It wasn't enough just to be using that southern accent. You wanted to be a little bit more than that, huh? I see you. Goodness gracious, you guys ask for the silliest things. Goddamn. Oh my, how naughty. Well, you tell me. Is it really naughty? Or is it just what you're thinking? No, let's just be real. It definitely is naughty. Alright. Okay. Now I can talk normally again. Just without the sex behind it. We don't need all the sexiness behind it, right? That's not what we need. That's not what we need. It can do better than that, you know? I know you guys like what you like. You know, those of you in chat, I know you like what you like, but you know, I'm willing to entertain you to the best of my abilities. I'm actually quite knowledgeable in a lot of things. I just know that there's plenty of things I'm completely ignorant of and willing to always learn more. Good. That's really good of you. I think that's the good way to approach life, you know? You know, you have to be able to admit when you don't know shit. You gotta be able to admit when, you know, hey, maybe you got something wrong, but there are a lot of people out here who don't know how to admit when they're wrong. And that just makes them look like the fool. Oh my goodness, that fucking sucks. Okay, so what I actually wanted to do here. Actually, you know what? Let's just go for it. It doesn't matter. We don't need the refresher. That's all right. We don't need a refresher. All right. So we'll drop. Well, oh my goodness, fuck. All right. So we're gonna drop on down here. We're gonna grab onto that wall. We're gonna dash. Okay. Well, no, we'll be a little bit higher. We'll dash it over. Then we'll, oh my goodness, I fucked it up again. Oh my god, fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell. Alright, so let's do this. We'll do that. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, why can't I double jump? Oh, I see, I see. It immediately uses up my double jump. I see, I understand. There we go. There we go. Alright, alright. Hell yeah. More spooling. More spools. More spools. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was worth the challenge, I would say. That was worth it. I feel like Sly would have really enjoyed the Southern skit. Well, maybe he would have. But I'm sure there are a number of people in here who already do enjoy it. At least I hope so. Oh, that's a big old bug. Big old fatty. That bug certainly is eating quite too much. You know, here in the South, we do like to feed our own. And make sure that people like to eat. That's what we do. I enjoy it. I appreciate that, Danny. Thank you. And made that so easy. So easy. Yeah. I can't believe they released this game after so long with all these bugs. I know, it's kind of wild. It's too many bugs in this game. Too many, but that's all right. You know, we enjoy it all the same. All right, well that's enough. That's enough of the accent. Back to my normal voice. Well, you know, we're back. Yo, Spirit in the Sky, Rat Jam. What's up, Spirit in the Sky over on Kick? Hello, hello. Hello. All right. So, okay, so I think we've gone through this entire area. That was fun. Yeah, we got all that done. All that done with the accent. All right, so let's just go all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. No, I turned that off. Apple. That's actually been off since I started streaming on Kick this entire week. But I also know you haven't been here for most of the streams this week, Apple. So yeah, I turned off relay chat to so that people on Kick wouldn't get a bunch of restream messages. I feel like that would be a much better experience for people. So I deliberately just turned that off. So I will just read chat on my own. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Take. Materium. Tubes and receptacles built for the storing, recording, and research of various materials. The materium can be assembled in a home. Okay. Can be assembled in a home. Alright. I don't know what that means. Do they mean like a foster home? An old person's home? Home on the range? I don't know what they mean. Secret tunnel. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, So I'm going to assume that this is all part of the same map, and I want to unlock the rest of that map, so we'll do that real quick. Home Alone on DVD, the best Christmas movie you could ever watch. I would say the most I would say, okay, guys, chat. What do you think is the most American way to celebrate Christmas? Watching the Home Alone movie, and after the Home Alone movie, immediately play Mariah Carey's Christmas song, going out to buy a real Christmas tree, and then lighting that up, putting all the decorations on it. That's like that's Last Christmas. Yeah, that's a classic too. But yeah, I think that's kind of like the most. I think that's like the most one of the most American ways you could celebrate Christmas, I would say. Polar Express? Fuyumi, I have a feeling that if you ask someone, like, have you ever heard of Polar Express? I have a feeling if you ask someone in America that question, they'd be like, isn't that a place where you buy Chinese food? Isn't that a place where you go to get food? I'm pretty sure. So I don't know about Polar. I know Polar Express is an animated movie. I know it's an animated movie. But I think if you ask like the average American, they would be like, "Isn't that a place where you get Chinese food from?" Hey, it's not my fault. There are a lot of stupid people out here. It's not my fault. I'm just saying. That entirely depends on if you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and that wouldn't be a super in America because guns, baby. True. True. I don't know. I think if you're celebrating, let's say your parents are divorced, and you're celebrating Christmas with your dad or something, I think watching Die Hard would be a good way to spend Christmas. I think that'd be a cool dude movie to watch. I know Polar Express is the book originally. I never saw the movie. Yeah. I don't suppose many have read the book, so you know. It's alright though. Okay. So, did we get more of the map? Did we get more of the map? No, we did not. Well, that's absolute trash. My dad loves Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You know, honestly, okay. Chat, let me know what you think about these. A Charlie Brown Christmas. A Charlie Brown Christmas is, I think, a must-watch for an American-style Christmas. A Charlie Brown Christmas, you gotta watch that. It's so good. And also, I guess you could also say, like, for some people, it's Nightmare Before Christmas. For some people, A Nightmare Before Christmas is actually kind of a good movie. Wait, what the fuck? Why are you fighting me? I just saved you. Okay, you're just gonna run into shit. Okay. So they got their big boy back. The fleas got their big dog back. Thanksgiving and Halloween, Charlie Brown ones are a must see too. I never saw those before. But I'll take your word on it. But yeah. I mean, there was actually another movie that I thought of that a person I think would be like an American style Christmas. And if you guys have any suggestions, if you have anything that you think would be like a traditional like American Christmas like movie or something, I'd be curious to know what you all think. Christmas hot take: Die Hard is more Christmas, whereas Frosty is more winter. Okay. I mean, that's fair. Saving the dead bugs, but they're already dead. I'll watch him sometime, you won't regret it. Okay. If it wasn't already said, A Christmas Story is always goated. Oh, yes. A Christmas Story, yeah. Definitely a classic live-action movie. For whatever reason, I had two movies. It was like To Charlie Brown Christmas, and then there was another movie that I thought would be really good too. The claymation Rudolph is a Christmas classic. Is it? Is it really a classic? Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. I'll take your word on it. Cool. Any other suggestions, chat? Any other ways that we can enjoy Christmas together? Fun fact, my dad was born... Whoa! You don't need to go that way. What's that movie with Turbo Man? Jingle All the Way? I don't know. Your dad was born when the Rudolph song was released? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Had a very shiny nose? And if you ever saw him, you could even say it glows like a light bulb? That song? That Rudolph song? How old's your dad? I do like Jack Frost and Michael Keaton. There's like an animated Jack Frost movie which I thought was pretty good. Okay, I've already gone that way. Okay. Your dad is 75. Okay. Yeah. There it is. That makes a lot of sense. That's pretty wild. It's 2025. Is Rudolph's nose LED now? No, it's 3D. It's AI. Rudolph is now AI. So and that's about all you need. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. It's like, chat, Santa Claus isn't real and Rudolph is AI. Bee Gees should be dancing. What's up, Big Red? Hello. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we explored all of the memoriam, which is pretty cool. We got everything there. I do need to mark the teleporter for memoriam though, so I need to go back just to mark it. Yeah, I hope you're having a good Friday, dude. Welcome in. Hey, I slapped Rudolph that occasionally turns into a sled or a truck. Nah. That's just because you like trains, Apple. Not every AI slop is gonna turn into some sort of mechanical, fast-moving vehicle. You're gonna learn today. Okay, where am I going? I mean, you'd be surprised. I don't want to be surprised though. I don't wanna. Okay, so where are we going? So I believe I mark these as like special things that I need. Oh wait, the cog heart. The cog heart. Okay. The cog heart is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Uh-oh. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't. No, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Okay, I mean, it's here. No. No, it's right here. Cog heart's right here. I think. Wait. No. It's over here. It's over here. Thank you, Onyx. I appreciate it. Just chilling at the Heezy, not doing a thing. All right. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we need to drop off the cog heart. So let's go down. Let's go down. We didn't forget where it is. No, we did not forget. Okay, that was that. Wait, what's it? Hold on. Was it Coral Chambers? Was it? I think it was Coral Chambers. Yeah, I've been wanting to play Blasphemous. I've been wanting to play Blasphemous on Halloween, like Spooky Month. I've been wanting to play that. But I have not been able to play it, unfortunately. So, you know, it is what it be. It be what it do. Wait. Oh no, there's no way I forgot this. Is it? Okay, I'm assuming it's here. I'm assuming it's there. So we're gonna go to the left. We're gonna fight this guy. I did not forget. Fuck you. Well, that sucks. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, the ice memory for the win. True. Yeah, I do like the ice memory. I do. I think it's a cool mechanic. I do think so. See, I didn't forget. I did not forget. And I did mark it on the map. Insert cogwork heart. Yep. Wake him up. Wake him up. Woken. This is Sentinel. Functional. Is it Shell? Still devoted. Is this Sentinel? And awaiting your commandment. You speak, Gilded One. I have no command for you, but my curiosity is piqued. You call yourself a Sentinel. What is it you are charged with protecting? Defense of the sacred citadel, and the voices that fill it is our eternal duty. I had assumed as much. Yet look around you, Gilded One. During your slumber, the citadel has fallen, and its voices lay silent. This place is dead, or very nearly. Some would argue that standing guard over a kingdom's corpse is a foolish task, empty of meaning. I wonder then, will you still hold true to your charge? Eternal is the citadel. Eternal is the devotion of the sentinels. While its shell is functional, the sentinel will hold true to its duty. Okay. So you're just gonna go and fight stuff now? Okay, well. We woke him up. I don't know what's gonna happen now, but it's not our problem. I have definitely improved as a gamer when I was younger, like teenage years. I've constantly used guides and cheats, but for a long time now I've avoided using those. My proudest accomplishment in gaming was getting through the base game of Breath of the Wild without looking anything up. Nice. Yeah, I used to be pretty shitty at games too, guys. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but I was actually pretty bad at games when I was younger. I just got better. I got better because I had friends who were better at games than I was. But ironically, I was bad at every game except for fighting games. Fighting games, I was the best. Of all of my friends, you put a fighting game in front of me, I always beat your ass. Or if I didn't beat your ass at the first time, I'll beat your ass the third time, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, and go so on and so forth. I learned very, very quickly. So yeah. I've always just had a natural talent for fighting games. Not saying I'm like tournament level, because I'm not. If I was tournament level, I wouldn't be playing these sorts of games. I would just be playing fighting games all day. But yeah, I was actually pretty bad at RPGs. Obviously, racing games, the basic games. I could play racing games or whatever. But like RPGs where you had to be strategic and like think through things through or look for secrets, like games that involved exploration and secrets, I was pretty shitty at. So this includes like RPGs, fighting secret characters, blah blah blah. Anything that required like maps or searching for secrets, I was bad at. I'm still kind of bad at map. I have poor map awareness in general. But like anything that had to do with combat, any combat related games, I picked up so easily. Whether it was like a side scroller beat 'em up, or if it was like a straight up Street Fighter 2 or whatever. I give me a couple of hours, give me a couple of minutes, even give me an hour, and I would know the basics, or at least have some functional idea of how to play the game, even if I never touched it before. That's just kind of how I've always been at fighting games in general. So yeah. Okay. So. Okay, where are we going? Why is this marker here? Why is this marker here? Let's go and find out. And I think this is... I actually don't know what this is. Let's see what that is. What would be the easiest way to go down? Okay, down, over, all the way down to the bottom. That doesn't lead to where I want to go. Grand Bellway would be the quickest way, to be honest. I would say so. I do want to see what the fuck this is. I don't remember why I put that there, so we're gonna find out. Oh, we'll go to the high halls first. Actually, that's kind of out of the way. It's kind of out of the way. We won't do that. We won't be able to go down, but if we go up and over and down, we should be able to do what we need to do. Oh, so I'm bad at like tactical RPGs. I can't wrap my brain around those. I love standard RPGs and JRPGs and action RPGs though. Cool. I've always had a thing for strategy RPGs. But I was bad at them at first. I was pretty bad at strategy RPGs. I have a soft spot for strategy RPGs. I haven't played one in a pretty long time. There was one pretty recently that I was interested in playing, but I just kind of never got around to playing it. But there was a SRPG that I was interested in playing relatively recently that I don't remember the name of right now, but it definitely was one that I enjoyed and was very interested in playing at some point. I do have a soft spot for RTS games though. Nice. I used to play RTS games when I was younger, but that was because I had no money. Because I had no money, I could only afford shitty RTS games like Command and Conquer. You know, the more you play, oh, look at him go. Ow. Defending the Citadel. Citadel Defender. Getting all up in there. Did you ever enjoy Rome Total War? Hello Moonshine. Good to see you over on Kick. Good to see you. I never played Rome Total War. I actually did not have I did not grow up with a lot of money. So my ability to have access to a wide variety of games was pretty limited. So for me, obviously, like I could only play like the little itty bitty games that were given to me, which kind of sucks. But that's just kind of how life was for me. So you know, basically, when you don't grow up with a lot of money, you're pretty limited in what you can play. I didn't particularly like RTS games, but those were the only games that were available to me to play. So I just kind of played whatever was available to me. Yeah. But yeah, you know. I have since been exposed to a variety of different games. What is this? Hello? Looking for goodies of your own, dear one. You do well to avoid the dark vaults here. They say the keeper inside were jealous hoarders even before the silken curse came down.
That's fine.
You have more familiarity with the citadel than most, madame. How long have you spent here, surviving amongst the haunted corridors? Oh, long enough. It's not such a bad lot, all told. The memories of my pilgrimage have all faded now, but a life spent in the Citadel's golden halls was all I ever wished for. And lo and behold, my humble wish was granted. Certainly, the place might be a bit past its prime, but it'd be churlish of me to complain now, wouldn't it? If we're going to keep sulking around here where I work, You may as well buy something. Take a look, dear one. Don't be shy. Okay, we're just gonna wrap up our rosaries. Just do a little bit of wrap. It's not really anything to buy, but you know. I sadly hit a huge burnout with gaming a couple of years ago. I've struggled to commit to a game since then. I hate it. That's kind of bummer. It's kind of a bummer. Well, you know, even if you have had trouble playing games, that's okay, because that's why we have streamers. That's why we have streamers to play games for you. We play the games so you don't have to. Especially the challenging ones. True. Yep. So true. So true, Moon. Oh yeah. Real and true. That is the beauty. People often ask, like, why do you waste your time watching streamers? Why would anyone want to watch someone play a video game? I mean, if the game is interesting and it's not a game that you would personally play, there are lots of reasons why people would watch streamers play video games. I think the only reason why people ask questions like, why would you watch a streamer play a video game, is because they themselves think that video games most likely are a waste of time. I think that question could only be spawned from someone who already has a minimalistic view of gaming as a whole. And I think when someone inquires or doesn't think that watching someone play a video game would be worthwhile, I think they already have it in their mind that it would be a waste of their time to even bother. To even bother playing any game. Oh, Whispering Vaults. Okay. So this marker here led to a completely new area that I have probably been here before, but I probably skipped it because of the double jump right at the beginning. You have to double jump. So I probably just skipped it. Well, okay then. I guess it's not gonna be that straightforward, huh? Well, alright then. I mean, at least I have double jump. Got him. Ice Shadow. I'm so glad I have you. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Spunk. Thank you, thank you. I have a counterpoint to that. Why would you want to watch people play sports? True. True. Why does anybody watch sports? It's the same idea. Same idea. Cleaning up the business. So my introduction to Hollow Knight was because of streamers and speedrunners of the genre. Now I love that I gave it a try. Hell yeah, Fuyumi. You actually don't need double jumps in this area? Okay. Maybe, I think I just kind of gave up on this area. Wait, did I do this area and just not get a map? I don't even remember. I mean, I did put a marker here. I did in fact put a marker down, so why would I put a marker down if I had been here? I actually don't remember. I legitimately don't remember if I've been to this area before. And just didn't get a map for it. Bitch ass! I mean, one of your objectives led to this area before, and it's complete, so you probably didn't get the map. Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't get the map, but that's because obviously I didn't know. I mean, obviously every area has a map, but the fact that I never got one kind of fucking blows, you know? I must have forgotten to do something. Yeah, I've definitely been here before. Inspect. Observe, take heart. The spark is still burning, ye butterfly of crimson grace. All bells shall peal and the voices raise when brave Trobio steps at last upon the stage. Trobio! Ho-ho! That was a great fight. Oh, right. Yeah, this is where Trobio was. Yeah, this is where Trobio was. And Trobio! Good character. Good boss design. Yeah, I've been through all of this. I just didn't get a fucking map. I wonder what places I missed. Like why don't I? Like I've been to Bilewater. I don't have a map for Bilewater. I don't have a map for the Mist. I never got a map for this place. And of course, I have no idea where I have or haven't been, obviously. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I remember this very, very well, yeah. Okay. Yep, I know what this is. Okay. Let's just keep going. We'll keep going this way. Yeah, I have definitely been here before. Just for whatever reason, no map unlock. Huh. Let's go. We'll go down and around. Shit. God damn it. I should have played a little bit more safe. I should have played it a lot more safe. Damn, that's like all the way over here. Okay, so... Okay, so you have to go up and around again. Up and around. Okay, down here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it was... Yeah, it was over here. Okay. Gonna be annoying. Oh, it's gonna be annoying as hell without a map. Fuck, which way do I go? I think I went all the way up here. Okay, nope, that is nothing. Yo, Timpy, hello, hello. What's up? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Ew. This is where we were before. That's where we came in. So let's go down. Hit that, so alright. Let's go this way. Okay. Where is my body? We'll keep just going straight. Straight. Okay, we're actually pretty close then. So, where did I die? Where did I die? Boom. Okay. Yeah. We just pop fire. Pop fire and speed and call it a day. I'm doing good, just super tired. Well, I'm hoping that you're home now. Hopefully now that you're home you can get some rest. Ah, fuck. Oh, come the fuck on. Yeah, it's alright, Moon. It's alright. We go again. We know the Dark Souls philosophy. When you die, you just go back. And then don't die. I like fire. Can I play with the fire? I guess you could. Okay. So Just go back and get good. I'm gonna head out for the night. Still in some pain, need my rest. I'm so happy I was able to be here for a while tonight. I've truly missed being here. Good to see you again. Yeah, of course. I'm happy you were able to come back, and I do hope that things continue to work positively in your favor, Spike. It's good to have you. I hope you have a good rest. Okay, I don't want to deal with you again. I don't want to deal with you again. Get out of my face. Okay, so I don't know, like, the fuck. Now I will say you do have to be careful playing with the redhead, because they have fireball too. Well, luckily for me, I am a redhead? Question mark? Luckily for me. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, is there like... Okay, so... Is there anything that... Oh! Secret tunnel! Okay, who said I didn't need double jump in here? I see that you're that's why I say I like redheads? Oh, okay. So you wanna play with me then? That's cool. What game you wanna play? I totally need a double jump. Yeah, you didn't need a double jump because there was an extra climbable thing? Okay. What game you got in mind? I don't know. You're the one who suggested a game. Boom! Give me my mask! I haven't gotten a mask piece in a really long time. So yeah, this was the room that needed the underside popped up. You gotta pop up your underside, chat. You never know when you might never know you might need something. Wait, could I have gotten up here without double jump? Oh. Oh, I didn't know that was. I was just like, hey, just smacking that dick. Just like, if I keep smacking it, will something happen? That's usually what happens when you smack certain cylindrical objects. So, yeah, that was just, nothing happened, so I'm like, I guess it doesn't work! I got a few games in mind, I'm sure, and I'm sure I can think of some others. Cool, no climate, yep. Completely uneventful, Danny. Uneventful as hell. Smacking the what? Nah, if you missed it, you missed it. Jokes are only funny in the moment. That's alright though, Templey. You'll catch the next one. Yeah. It's not as funny if I gotta repeat it, you know? You gotta be here in the moment. That's the thing about Neph streams. You never know what she's gonna fucking say next. You never know. The only thing I'm able to slap in the world is my knuckles. Much Jesus into an my knuckle in the world is my knuckles. Much Jesus into an engine block. I don't know that. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. But that, you know, it happens. Actually, wait, that mindset you had was the same for me, but for the levers back at the deep docks, specifically for the one level that opened the doorway toward the Forge Daughter NPC. The one level. Do you mean the ones with rings? Do you mean the levers with rings that you have to use the like this move to do? You hit the lever, it pops down only to pop back up. I thought it was just use those box ornaments where you flip the switch and it closes again. I didn't realize you had to just fall into the doorway. Oh, okay, okay. I getcha. I understand. Super speed knuckles into an engine block? Yeah. I wasn't quite sure if I understood that correctly. So. Definitely one of my 0 IQ moments. I mean, I have looked at things in this game and have been like, does it work this way? And then I'm like, oh, it works that way. So I mean, I think even like, I think this game has a lot of elements that can be very misleading. And I wouldn't exactly call it like a low IQ moment. I'll just think that there are just a number of things in this game sometimes that are not as obvious as one would think. Never played, but the game looks very aesthetic. The game is very, very cool. Assuming you're talking about Silksong, Moonshay. Assuming you're talking about that. Yeah. The world of this game is very intricately designed. It's very, 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 very beautiful, meaningful, deliberate design. So yeah. Okay, so, fuck, I still haven't found a map. Okay, question. There is a map for every area, yes? There are just every map every area has a map. Okay. All right. That's annoying as hell. That's really, really annoying. Yeah, finding the fucking map. Finding the map here has been really, really frustrating. Yeah, this is a good game. It's a good game. But with any Metroidvania, there's a lot of backtracking that needs to be done. It is pretty difficult to I'm not one to keep a mental map. I do have somewhat of a mental map. Somewhat. But it's very minimal. So I don't know. I would like to find this map. I would like to. But they are... They are not making it easy. Oh! It's another one. Okay. Here we go. They finally found the map. Jeez. Whispering Vaults map. Holy. Yeah, I explored the entirety of this thing. Okay. No worries, Apple. Okay, so this takes us right to Songclave. Shop. Okay. Yeah, we can do some rapping. Do a little bit of rosary rapping. So it's hidden. That's tough. Yeah. I think you have to figure out that the cylindrical object coming from the ceiling is actually a place to climb onto. And once you figure that out, every object that has that same kind of shape, you can just climb up, which I didn't know until just a few minutes ago, which allowed me to kind of finally figure it out. Kind of a bitch. Kind of a bitch, but you know. For the sake of our ailing brothers and sisters, I will descend into the holy white word and search for healing supplies. If you are able, please join me. Company will make the work merrier. Okay. Got you, Apple. You can do the rosary wrapping at Bellheart too, since they have a better rate. Strings 120 for minus 20. Okay. So, okay, yeah, I'll keep in mind that we can go to Bellheart for that. Our haunted brethren wandering the great halls still wears fine white cloaks. The settlement will greatly benefit from their protection. Please fetch some for us. Still wear their fine white clothes. Cloaks of the choir. Okay, yeah, we'll just take on all the side quests. All of the side quests. Okay, I've already said this.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, one to keep far from she was. Less for us mortal sorts. Look of a child and a mind to match, but her has been wandering this citadel longer than most. Even its long silence, way for you came and roused desire.
Gafama.
Might have seen herself this place protect her, keeping it clean and quiet as she did. Of course, quiet meant most crossing her path found a painful end from her pen. I'd be saying thanks for the slaying, but with all the other husks now awoken and enraged, a bug's chance ain't grown by much.
Brondaga.
Don't think I ain't seen it, bell ringer. A whole lot of helping you've been up to, both here and down below. It's a strange mantle you're taking for yourself, seeing all them bugs saved and wishes promised.
You find it strange, sir. I found some solace in the service, and the rewards received have proved a boon on my journey.
Sagrador.
Aye, but it ain't your place now, is it? I see well what you are. Weaver and more. It's below your station. You ain't no common sort meant for carrying us low folk.
I can say the same for you, who still chooses to remain cowled. You continue to pose as only a simple pilgrim. Don't you think it's past time you ceased the performance?
Leave off, old one. Permit a bug their small disguise. It's been a pleasant thing to play simple. And I weren't calling for a change, even if you seem insist on bringing it.
Change was unavoidable, sir. Whether I arrived or not, the monarch stirs. Its threads stretch far. My presence only accelerates the inevitable.
Elos.
So what you're hoping for, eh? Plan to usurp? To perch above all us as queen? Build up our hopes only to string us along in your own beastly web? Such is the way of the weavers and gods both.
Alright. Okay. I mean, he's saying some new stuff. He said some new stuff, so that was good. Okay. Okay. So, we have some new side quests. And also, we finished exploring the entirety of Memoriam. So where do we go from here? I'm not sure. We should figure that out. So we now know what this all is. It's the Whispering Vaults. We don't need that marker anymore. That's good. That was a marker and a save point. We don't need that. The stage. Why was this here? Why was this here? Did I not figure that out? I don't think so. Okay, let's go across and then down again and see what this thingy is here, the stage. Why did I put that there? Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay. What is this? Is it a double jump? This was the Trobio fight. This was the Trobio. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Is this the right place? Is this where I wanted to go? Yes, it was. Ba da 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 da. Okay, I mean... Did I just keep that marker there as proof that I beat Trobio? It's kind of a silly thing to do. Yeah, there's nothing actually here that I was trying to protect or something. Silksong co-op mods are starting to pop up on Twitch lately. It's actually quite interesting. Silksong co-op. So wait, is someone like using regular Hollow Knight? Is it just like regular Hollow Knight teaming up with Hornet? Okay, I'm not sure why I put that marker there. And this was new too. So, okay. I think that was just a hint that I needed a double jump to get up here or something. Welcome back, Apple. Great, great voices. Something I'd like to use at my D&D table. Thank you, Moon. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I am a professional voice actress. I haven't really talked about that on Kick at all, but I am a professional voice actress, and I try to work on my craft and try to keep it sharp. And I love streaming because it allows me to entertain people, hopefully, to the point of wanting to, pay me for my services, but, just my time. But I like to entertain, and that's kind of that's my thing to do. So, but thank you. I do have a pretty wide range. Okay, so I suppose we should go up this way and see exactly what this is. What is the Citadel Spa? I'm not aware of what the Citadel Spa does. I'm not aware. Services? As a streamer, obviously. Because that's what we're talking about, me streaming. Oh, damages. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying this show. Yeah. I know you're joking around, Hiki. It's okay. You joke, I laugh. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay, so we are going to the choral chambers. It's where people sing and find rest. Those choral chambers. Okay, so let's just go up. Yo, Timpy, thank you for following. And it's Murloc, thank you for following over on Kiku. Thank you for the Kiku follow. Did I miss anyone else? Oh, Moonshay, thank you for the follow too. And thank you for chit-chatting. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. It's good to have you over on the Kiku side. Not long ago, they did a Nier collab with the First Descendant, and just yesterday they dropped a Bayonetta. Man, Nexon is the king of Gooner skins at the moment, I swear. Yeah, I would say that the next best company that's doing that is the one that's running Marvel Rivals. I'd say Marvel Rivals is a close second for Gooner skins, if I had to guess. But that's wild that they got Bayonetta. They got the Bayonetta. Get him! A choir cloak. Oh, we need to collect choir cloaks for the little thing. Oh, 1 out of 16. Okay, cool. Yo, Drezane, how are you? It's good to see you. It is good to see you, Drezane. How has your Friday been for you? I gotta take the clothes. Gotta take their cloaks, their clothing. Strip them naked. Right, meow. No complaints having dessert? Oh, that's a very nice compliment to say, Drazane. It's a very nice compliment. I appreciate the compliment calling me dessert. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. By the way, plus Riz. Riz plus. But whatever. Let's go on up. That's actually what I was going for. We think alike. Or maybe you're just horny. Kidding. Because I thought of it first, I guess. Well, I mean, we both had the idea, so it's whatever. That's pretty funny. True. Taking these bugs' cloaks is pretty funny. Teehee. I was waiting for you to ask what I was having. I was gonna say you. Hey. Damn. Man, either great minds think alike, or I have a massive fucking ego. I don't know which one it is. Wait. Probably the latter, or maybe both. Maybe both. Perhaps. Yeah, both. Yeah. Okay, so why did I put this here? Why is this marker here? What's this red marker doing? Oh right, it's to talk to this guy. Once I have the food, I gotta give him the food. Yeah. This is the food guy. I forgot it's the food guy. I gotta make sure we can get back here and give him the foods. I forgot. All right. Let me just take this off. Well, I mean, I guess actually, you know, I should keep it on. I should keep it on. All right. Okay. Next location. Next location. Where do we go now? Where do we go? Okay, so I put these red markers there for specific NPCs. Specific NPCs. We must find them. All of them. And we must make them pay for their transgressions. Okay, so let's see. Wait, so I put a marker here. Oh, that's bile water. Okay, maybe I can get bile water's map. Maybe I can do that now. Cause it's probably up there. I've been through everywhere in fucking bile water. That shit place sucks. Okay, so this what the fuck is this? We can fast travel to Shellwood and then see what the hell this is. That would be interesting. I don't remember. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, we are here. Where's nearest fast travel? It would be Grand Bellway. So we do gotta backtrack. I do kinda... Right. Oh, right. There's an NPC here. I think we went to the High Halls before, and there was an NPC there that was looking for something very specific. And I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. Or maybe that was this NPC. I don't know. Okay, this is okay. So okay, we'll use the red ones are for quests. The red ones for quests. The brown ones should be for like. The brown ones should be for like other quests. I think anything that I need to turn in should have this brown marker. Anything that requires me to come back to turn in. Which I don't believe this guy wanted me to. Maybe I think he wanted me to turn something in. I don't remember what though. Okay, well, we're not going back there for quite some time though. we have some other stuff to look for. Okay, we're gonna go to go through Coral Chambers to Grand Bellway, and we are going to fast travel over to Shellwood, which will take us to here, and we're gonna see what this stupid little ledge is. All right, so let's go there. Let's do the things. Glad you're cozy, Kyomu. Glad to hear that. Okay. So let's go to the left, all the way down to the right, and then all the way across and then down. So it's a nice C shape. Very nice C shape that we are doing. Except when we go somewhere else. Okay, do I want to go up here? Do I want to go up in here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Down. Ha ha! I take your clothes. I take all of your clothes. And who do I even need to oh right. It's a quest, so I have to turn in the quests at oh god. Whatever. I'll figure it out. It's fine. What's up, Rolo? Thank you for the 10 stream streak. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great Friday. Oop. Damn. I forgot to take its clothes. Shite. Yeah, what's up, Rolo? What's up, Chunt? I hope you're doing well, Chunt. Greedy duck. Greedy duck, greedy duck. Okay. Greedy duck. I'm chilling. This game is pretty. It is pretty. I agree. Glad you're chilling. Glad you're enjoying the show. Hold on. It's mapping time. Alright. Okay, let's head back. Ooh. Okay, I don't think I want to do that. We were going to be headed towards Shellwood. Yes. So, Shellwood. Thank you for the head pass, Zane. Appreciate that. Ugh, okay. Let's run across. Let's take. Okay, we'll take the rest. I need to swap out my stuff. I do not want. What? I want to go fast. So we are going to put on the fast. Gotta go fast! Alright. Okay, yep. Alright. Okay. So this is a no nonsense area. Huh. Well, I guess it's nothing. Yo, what's up, Holly? Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well, hon. Alright. Whew. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Allie. I hope you had a good stream. Damn. Yo, Shake Gyat. Shake Gyat. Thank you for the follow over on Kick. I appreciate that. I hope you are enjoying. Yeah, I hope your Elden Ring co-op is going well. Or that it went well, I would say. I got to the end of DLC. Okay. I'm not sure how far along you already were, but you must have been pretty far along if you made it in one stream. That's cool. I meant to ask earlier, what do you consider a short stream for myself? Under 5 hours. 5 hours or under. That place seemed so ominous. Can't really be nothing. There was nowhere to jump. And I imagine that it'll be revealed to me later on if it's somewhere important. Was New Game Plus, and at the beginning. Okay. So wait, you start New Game Plus. Start New Game Plus for Elden Ring DLC, and then you just got to the final boss in co-op with like 2 other people. Is that how it worked? Sorry, I'm trying to wake up. Yeah, no worries, Spirit. No worries. I don't want people to really be counting the time or anything. I don't really talk too much about like the time until it's time for me to go. But I try to avoid people, hopefully, not counting the hours. I don't want people to be anticipating when they can just up and leave, which is something I never quite understood. All right. Okay. It's no streamers have different lengths for a short stream. Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. Okay. No, it's no streamers have different lengths for a short reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just hang out and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. Yeah. That's basically how it works. Jeez, dude. Chat, we're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna get up and walk around for a little bit. I'm like, for whatever reason, like This cold is putting me. I'm not cold. I don't have like a cold like hachu kind of cold. I mean, it's just chilly. It's very chilly, so it's fucking with my ability to stay awake right now. So I'm gonna take a short break. We will be doing a raffle as usual. Don't forget the new commands. The new commands are in the title of the stream on Twitch. So if you maybe have forgotten what I'm talking about, make use of your new commands. They're there for you to have fun with, not just for you to be passive in my chat. You should be able to have fun with them. So we're gonna take another short break. You guys can earn some points. Just be ready to enter the raffle once it is ready. So I will be right back, and hopefully I will be a little bit more awake. All right, see you in a bit. Yo, what's up, guys? Hello, hello. Thanks for hanging with me this Friday night. I do hope that it's been a nice little distraction for you. Whatever you may or may not have going on, I hope it's been a pleasant time for you to hang out and just get your mind off of things. Just kind of hanging out, playing games, enjoying the vibe, whatever it may be. Thank you for the welcome back, Kiki. And hello, Thrax. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you've been having a good day. I certainly hope so. Alright, so, let's see where we are going to go. This does not seem to be anything. We'll keep going and see what that ends, where that ends. I was kind of skeptical at first, but we'll go ahead and just go over here and just see where it goes. I'm gonna just be lurking. Gotta go drive somewhere soon. Okay, be safe, Thrax. I appreciate you lurking. If I had another enemy to bounce off of, I could do it, but... Okay, so yeah, that's... That enables me to leave. Okay, so... I got a special item. Got an item before. Okay, Materium. Materium can be symboled in a home. Storing, recording, research of various materials. Materium can be assembled in a home. In a home? What is that? Huh. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Alright. So, that led nowhere. I don't have enough double jump to get up to what I needed there. So, at this point, okay, I know what that is. What that is, I'm not 100% sure what that is. Okay, let's just go to another place where we need a double jump. Let's just look for those. Let's see. Pretty sure this is one. So let's go to Pilgrim's Rest. Go to Pilgrim's Rest, and then we'll make our way down and across. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find out. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Well, that sucks. And not a huge deal. We should be able to make our way back up. I forget what that is. Let's go back to... Oh, right. This is that's the turn in for the thing. Yeah, that's the turn in for the special items, the food things. Okay, and we need to go to Bellheart. Okay. Well, no. We'll go to Shellwood and then Pilgrim's Rest. Okay. Ugh. Why am I so tired? What the hell? I know I just before I went live, I did eat some pizza before I went live. So I think my body is just trying to deal with the fact that I have to digest this food. So, what was it? It was Bellheart. It was Bellheart that had the extra, the better deal. Okay, so let me just go there first. So, where... Oh, yes, we're heading to Bellheart. Okay. Okay. Okay, rosary necklace. Yeah, we'll make a 140. Inspect. Nothing. Okay. I did want to see... I did kind of want to see what was up. Huh. Okay, so this was an NPC. This was an NPC that I believe wanted something. And this was a location where I needed to double jump. Let's just go across and see. Let's just see for ourselves. Okay. Man, I'm so bad at map awareness, chat. So bad at it. Wait, why did... Hold on. Was that an elevator? Oh. Okay. You got this? Yeah. We're exploring the places that we've left behind little by little. I am taking smaller detours to just recheck things. But overall, we've already beaten the game. But we do need to just have a number of other stuff to take care of that I think I want to see a percentage of how much game is left. I know there's a lot of game left. So, yeah, we'll do it. We'll get it done. Okay. So it's above there. I was about to say something completely outlandish, but it wouldn't have been off-brand for me, even if it was obnoxious. Oh, welcome back, Bun. How was your walk? Wait, what the hell? Huh. It was very, very hot out. Sounds like my kind of weather. Nothing. Yeah, but I hope you stayed hydrated. And that all is well. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Okay, where are we going? Think. We said we were going north to see what these two are. This is an NPC. I forget what I need up here. So let's just go there. Huh. Okay, now you're gonna die. I was very patient. And now you're dead. Stupid. Okay, a nasty specimen. You know, struggling a little bit wonky. Are you very good at playing with your eyes closed? I'm very good at playing with my eyes closed. That's basically what it is. For whatever the fuck reason, it's only 9:38 p.m. and I know I'm not tired. I'm not tired because I am tired. I am sleepy because my food is digesting and I just ate right before stream, so my body has a tendency to get tired when I am trying to digest food, and it just gets catching up with me and it sucks. I hate that it's catching up with me. I'm like, I was just barely hanging on. Okay, so I still can't make this tool. Okay, so this was to make a tool. This SoCal was to make a tool. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. Put that there. Moral of the story, do a cooking stream because you won't get tired until the end of stream. I suppose, yeah. I suppose you're not wrong about that. But yeah, I'm just... For whatever reason, I'm dying especially much today. I was fine. Plus staring at seeing receiving from your times can make you sleepy too. I've done that for a lot of things. Not just streaming. I know it's the food thing. I know it is because I know myself pretty well. Damn. I am actually micro-napping. This is not good. I'm micro-napping on stream. Jeez. Do I? Wait, why did I put this here? Wait. This is for the teleporter? I mean, it couldn't be for anything else. This is a teleporter. Oof, okay. Did you just say you're quitting early? You're almost halfway through normal stream, so that checks out? Yeah. Yeah. I said I'd be wrapping up. I'll be doing a not so late stream tonight. Let's go to Cinder's Road real quick. Let's go to Cinder's Road, see if we can see what this is. Okay, so let's where are we going? 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 Oh, right, yeah, we're going to Sinners. We're going to Sinners. Sinners Road, and we are taking, I guess, our feet. Okay. Okay. Wait, as for yapping topics, do you have a favorite VA gig that you did? I do. Shit. I would say my favorite gig that I've done, I mean, every gig that I've been able to do was, you know, I'm glad that I had a chance to do it. I typically lean on this particular choice, but I mean, I've recorded audiobooks. I've recorded an audiobook that really kind of stuck with me. So I do enjoy that. I did enjoy that. But I tend to kind of lean on, I tend to really lean on the whatchamacallit, the indie stuff that I've done. So my indie stuff is very, very much, I want to say, one of my best stuff. The audiobook that I did that I really liked was, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a biker. I used to do biker romance audiobooks, and shit. And one of those stories really kind of resonated with me. So but Repurpose, there's a game called Repurpose that's out on Steam. That was really fun to do. I really identified very closely with the character that I played. I thought she was very much like me in many ways, and so I really enjoyed that character a lot. So I did enjoy that. But it's been a long time since I've done any sort of I guess memorable VA work. It's been a really long time, to be honest. So it's and that was fucked up. A biker romance? Never knew that was a genre? Yeah. Yeah, biker romance. Biker romance audiobooks was my it was erotic young adult books. So there was like very much sex scenes in it. And I did that. I did a good amount of that. So pick up. Oh fuck. Well, guess I'll just die. Stupid. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done it so quickly. I should not have done it so quickly. Love some good audiobooks. Personal favorite has been Dungeon Crawler Carl. Oh, okay. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Never heard of that one. That's cool. But yeah, I think audiobooks are cool. I think audiobooks are pretty fun. I don't do a whole lot. I used to do them because I want to kind of do it for a living. So, I used to do them because I was hoping to be a professional. I mean, I am a professional. But I mean, like, I guess more consistently do paid work. I want to do more consistent work. But that unfortunately didn't happen. And a lot of people that I used to do fan dubs with, a lot of the people I used to do like amateur stuff with back in the day, many of them have gone on to do professional work in the voiceover industry, like for anime and such. But sadly, you know, I guess there have been people who've a couple of them who became VTubers also. So that's another thing. So many of them have become VTubers. So I just, after a long and winding road, I ended up becoming a VTuber myself, and now I get to hopefully I'll be able to do this for a long time and just entertain people with not just, you know, my gameplay, but also my my vocal caliber. So I'm glad to be here, and I hope I can stay here. Just a pretty small market. Oh, and voice acting is not small market. No. Voice acting is a pretty broad market. Very often, it really is about who you know. The market is very, very steep. Competition is very, 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 very intense. And you really have to have connections and know people, and ultimately get to a point where you can just kind of succeed, or that like you have a company that likes you, or like a director that likes you or something, so that you can continue to get hired. But because the competition is so steep, there are a lot of people out there with really great voices. It can be very, very challenging to find a place for yourself. It can be very, very challenging to do that in the voiceover business. So I just kind of I've just kind of ended up being satisfied as a VTuber, and perhaps I will have an opportunity as a VTuber to do some voiceover work. So yeah, you know. Ah, fuck. I just remembered. Sounds like pretty cutthroat. Oh yeah, like just like it's very cutthroat in terms of being an actor, like just being an actor in general, like on-screen actor. I mean, voiceover is just as difficult. Okay. Alright. Okay, chat. But yeah, it can be very, very... The competition is always very, very steep. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm very grateful to be able to do what I do. I do know that I'm very talented. I do know that I'm very, very capable as a voice talent. So, it's perfectly fine that I didn't quite end up where I wanted, but I'm glad that I'm doing voiceover now, and that I'm still able to be an actor now and be creative doing what I'm doing. So yeah. Yeah, I'm very sorry I got a little lazy-eyed at the end there. Didn't mean to do that, but but yeah, doing a stream right after eating can be pretty rough for me if I'm just kind of doing monotonous stuff. I gotta stay engaged. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was pretty chill. So I do hope that that you had a good time. I do have to wrap it up. This is my Fridays and Saturday streams are short streams. They're always going to be shorter streams, always. So no ways I know the feeling. Yeah. So I do appreciate you guys joining me for tonight's stream. It was a lot of fun. We made a fair bit of progress, and I'm very happy about the progress that we made. And I will be back tomorrow with another stream. It will be most likely another short stream. I'm not sure how early or how late I'll be starting, but it will be a short stream, just as today was. But if you enjoyed your time here, please join the Discord. I'd really appreciate that. It's a great way to know when I go live. It's a great way to know what I have going on in the community. We have a lot of stuff that we are planning. We do have a Minecraft community server that we are participating in, and it is the weekend, so this may be a great time for you to jump in and just get started.